Hey, hey, Virgo, happy September and happy solar return to my September Virgos. So just a quick little note for you guys to make the very most of your birthday. And even if you've missed your birthday, check in. This is the time the sun may still be in your sign, may still be your solar return is basically an astrological term for when the sun conjuncts the sun exactly where it was at the time you were born. And that is basically your personal new year. It's the most powerful time of year for you to do things like set resolutions to, whether that's I want to bring this into my life, whether that's I want to kick this out of my life. It's your personal new year, the most potent time for you to take advantage, sort things out, do what Virgos do best, separate the wheat from the chaff, and then make more of that wheat, all right? Sun jumped out of your cards when I was doing my little pre-reading ritual, getting with your people, doing the pre-shuffle and all that. Sun jumped out, we'll see if it's in your cards. Magician also jumped out, we'll see if he's in your cards. Queen of Pentacles also great cards for you this month. So Spirit had a few messages to start out with, but let's see what ended up in your spread. Let's see. What's September looking like for Virgos? Wow. Fertile. Wow. Fuck yeah. Sorry. Sorry, I promise to make all the sense. Not bad so far. King of Pentacles, love it. All right. Wow. 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 And then here to cap off in the conclusion / key portion of your reading is your card. Love it. The Hermit. Looks like you're making some, I want to almost say, and I mean this in the best way, but uncharacteristically bold moves. It kind of feels like, Virgo, some of you have a glorious vision. This is what I want. This is where I go from here. And what do I need to do to build it? I mean, I love what they were saying with the solar return, seize the day. You have something this is the exact most potent time for you, and your astrology's backing it, your cards are backing it. You are heading into a future where you're not just the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, but the King. The King sits in your future. A lot of you, this has very simply to do with your money, your resources, your career. I'm ready for the next step, and I think I'm going. Some of you are already on your way. Some of you are still in the contemplation stage, but it's there. It's there for me, that upgrade, that journey, that new, exciting challenge. And challenge yourself. That's what Spirit just said, like a clarion call. Challenge yourself this month. This is a month where you can start something new. A lot of you, it feels like in July, August, maybe even early September, put something to death. Death is sitting in the foundation position of your card, meaning, this is what they're telling me, none of this could be born without you closing the door on something that is your past. There is something new beckoning you. There is this Ace of Pentacles, this solid gold, golden opportunity, which is not to be confused with a silver platter. This is something that you have to seize. This is something that you have to nurture. This is something, and this is what they're saying for some of you, is come back to day after day after day after day after day. So for some of you, it's I'm writing this book, or I'm creating this thing, I'm doing this project, and I'm going to have to do it every day. The regiment is important. I love this. Okay. So some of you have had an inspiration whispered into your ear. The Page of Cups is sitting in your past. Someone sweet and optimistic and bubbly and possibly younger, or at least they have a very youthful energy, a sprightliness, a bounciness about them, an optimism, and an ability to sometimes see things that you don't, Virgo. Not because, you're blind, not anything like that, but because the Page of Cups, they're more willing to look past the flaws. They're willing to look past the possible kinks you're going to run into as you try to work this thing out. They're a little bolder, and maybe where you would have stopped yourself and said oh, I don't know if I'm really good enough at that. They're you are though, you got to do this, and shove, but a loving, gentle shove. It's not off a cliff, it's into the boat to go to your next place. They're you can, please, please go for it because you can. And If you don't have that person in your life right now, Virgo, like, please consider me your resident Page of Cups. I'm here to help you propel into your King of Pentacles status. Kings are managers, conquerors. We're going to talk about that container that I mentioned a second ago. The thing about the kings versus queens, you can identify any way you want gender-wise. That has nothing to do, like, king and queen has nothing to do with that. It's a personality thing. Queens are creators. Kings are conquerors. You know, the kings kind of manage the resources and the bounty that the queens create and bring to the table, right? So here's you sitting on your pile of gold, Midas touch. That's what they're saying. Midas touch. So it's like, there are some months where it's like, hey, this opportunity looks pretty cool. Maybe you should grab it. This is a month where it's like, if you fucking have a money-making idea or project, even if you're like, I know it's not going to make me money in September or whatever, but my future, this could be good. I'm going to Page of Cups really hard and be like, don't let this go. This is amazing. This is, I'm not going to say it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but I'm going to say it's pretty rare. And I'm going to say that now is the most fertile of months to seize it. Now, speaking of fertility, coming back to the container thing. When Spirit was talking about, this is something that I have to come to day after day after day, and I'm going to see results. That's what the 3 of Pentacles across the center of your reading means. Some of you are seeing, and it's the 3, right? It's not the 10. It's like I'm seeing the start of like, hey, my muscles are getting bigger. Or, hey, I wrote 30 pages this month and I'm not like desperately unhappy with like almost any of them. This is great. Seize, go, do, come to it day after day after day. That's the container. The container is, between this time and that time, I do these 3 things that I want to do so that I invest in my future and I invest in this new type of life, this new adventure, these new resources that I want to have. The Empress sits in the position of where you find yourself. Now, I talked about kings and queens earlier. There's the Emperor also and the Empress, which are kind of like the major arcana versions of those king-queen archetypes. The Empress is the ultimate creator. I mean, she's pregnant as fuck, as you can see. She is full of life. She is full of something that, okay, this is important, Virgo, especially for your personality type. It's really important to, when you're doing any kind of project, whether it's literally creative, like I'm writing or I'm drawing or I'm, you know, whatever, or it is something a little more like, yeah, I'm training to become a surgeon, or I'm you know, going to be an investment banker, so I'm studying this, this, and that, or whatever. As creative or not creative as it may seem, the really important thing about having an Empress attitude is you would think that a pregnant woman who is telling, you know, she's, you know, 8, 9 months, like it's, I'm very pregnant, and if you heard her saying something like, God, I'm only going to love my baby if it's this gender, this color, this personality type, da-da-da-da-da, and if it's something else, I'm really not going to be happy with it. You'd be like, ew, monster? Like you're growing something beautiful inside of you, but it is its own thing. All you have to do is provide. All you have to do is care for it, nurture it, bring it to the point of birth, and then let the beauty become what it is, right? So instead of only allowing this thing to grow and develop under the strictest, most like clinical, most sterile circumstances, life flourishes messily, Virgo. So let it be a little messy, and don't think that that's an indicator of how it's going to turn out. You know what I mean? Like, Spirit is showing me, maybe some of you are literally drawing or learning to draw or like drawing again, but they're literally showing me like sketch lines and, you know, the how dirty we get when we're doing art, for example. You've got your little charcoal stick and you're going at it, and you're gonna get dirty. There's gonna be smudges all over the page. But the thing is, that's why we have erasers. We can go in afterward and clean up the scuffs, clean up the little bits, add a little highlight. The cleanup, don't edit while you write. Okay? I could have said it as simple as that, right? Don't edit while you write. When you're writing, write. Meaning, when you're creating, create. Come back and do the cleanup afterward, Virgo. You're great at the cleanup. Trust yourself. Maybe Monday through Thursday, write. Friday's my editing day. And again, you can apply that to anything. You don't have to be a writer. It could be like Monday through Thursday, I do my workout routine. Then Friday, I assess how that went and what kind of results I got and make adjustments so that next week I leap into it with a new vigor. Okay? I feel very excited. I feel like I'm talking very fast. But it's because like I'm very excited for how gorgeous and fertile these cards are. Some of you have a skill that is really, 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 really worth enhancing. Like, you know, I kind of want to say that you don't know how enriching that's going to be on multiple levels. Multiple levels. It has legs. Slow and steady wins the race. And you're great at slow and steady. You want it to be sustainable, Virgo. Just don't get into that trap of editing while you write. When you're creating, create. The cleanup after. Like, there is some tremendous emotional satisfaction, and Spirit is using the phrase like self-recognition, like the great kind of self-consciousness, not the kind where you're hiding and you're nervous and you're like uber conscious in a way that's unhelpful, but in a way that is, wow, like I didn't even know I had this in me. But the difference between September 1st and the end of the month or October, if you seize the day, can be incredibly significant. You can feel like you've gotten a new understanding and had an epiphany and like have a tremendous new wave of enthusiasm to continue going forward with this, because the King of Pentacles is somebody who has built something that is built to last, and he has plenty and he will share it generously with the people that he cares about. So you may be building a structure this month, Virgo, that not just supports you ultimately, but supports your family or the ones that you love, your friends, your chosen family. Looks fucking beautiful. If you choose not to edit while you write, you will be enriched. But definitely get to writing. Doing. Whatever your thing is, Virgo. What's your thing? Let me know. Seriously, like, these cards have me really fucking excited. I am not on any performance enhancers. I did have espresso. That's a lie. I had some espresso. That's a performance enhancer. But other than that, this is au naturel, baby. This is just like pure enthusiasm and excitement for the beauty of your cards. So tell me about it, Virgo. What's going on? Like, what are you building? What are you working on? What kind of maybe advice or question? Like, what would you like to know? And your fellow Virgos, of course, down here will help you, but I will be trying to drop some advice and some suggestions in here too, so let me know. I'm wishing you a lot of love and a lot of luck this month, Virgo. Doesn't look like you need it, but I'll wish it to you anyway. Page of Cups style. Okay, Virgo, thank you for being here. I love you guys. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope this helps propel and affirm you as you go on this King Midas kind of journey. Looks awesome. Okay, Virgo. If I don't see you in your October reading, nope, that's not what I was going to say. But I don't see you in another video, I'll see you in your October reading. Wheat from chaff. I'm the chaff. Bye, Virgo.